Hi, my name is Anthony Trotman. I'm the Under-21 men's hockey coach for Barbados for the upcoming Pan American Series, April 10th to 18th. My role here as head coach is to get the team ready to go against the best in the world, or in this hemisphere, I should say. We have been hard at work since last year, April. Obviously, the challenges of COVID would have proved difficult to be able to get the program going before. But since then, the guys have been hard at work, doing a lot of physical training and really just putting in the work. As you'd appreciate, given the length of time, we've not really had the kind of preparation that we would have liked on a normal situation. Obviously, COVID is to account for that. And while we were being safe, we did have challenges with the sport and not being able to get the guys ready for the tournament.
Hi, my name is Bradley Harris. I'm the manager for the Under-21 men's hockey team to represent Barbados at the Junior Pan Am Championships in April. My role is primarily to do the administrative work and having the team ready, and also to manage the entire program, make sure that all the players and management have what they need to compete at the highest level. So the tournament was initially handed over to us sometime mid last year, and we started preparations for that. The BOA, which is the Barbados Olympic Association, and the Pan American Hockey Federation, they gave us great assistance in building the new pavilion here. So with that, we pretty much are in line to host a number of these tournaments going forward. And this is the first, because we haven't hosted a tournament since, I believe, 2099 or 2001. So it's the first time in a long time, but we believe it's the beginning of a great start. So we really need to put on a good show for the 10 countries that are coming here to visit.
Barbados previously held the Pan American tournament, the men's tournament, and the women's tournament back in the 90s, one of which I took part in, actually. So that was a long time ago. But since then, I would say that we've seen us in probably like mid-2000s, a decline in the participation of hockey. And it's been quite unfortunate that that has taken place. The sport has brought a lot to the country. You remember the Banks Festival, bringing in many tourists, many foreign teams into the country, bringing in much foreign exchange too as well, and basically putting hockey on the map. Many Bajans knew what was going on because of the tournament, and subsequently after the Banks Festival, the Hockey Festival has taken its place. But again, we have seen the decline. We've seen the decline in schools, we've seen the decline in clubs, attrition, people got older, and so we haven't been able to replenish the sport as we would have liked. A lot of influence have taken to that. I mean, we've had basketball, cricket, now you got all the other newer sports that have come along, and let's not take it for granted too. The technology, video games have taken children away from getting out and playing sports, and hockey has suffered as a result of that.
So for the sport in general, we're really hoping that it really gives and inspires a lot of the youth to come back to the sport, because as my coach would have said, due to COVID especially, and in general, all sports have been suffering for the lack of attention from the youth. For Barbados, this tournament is a great achievement. We hope to put on a great show, because this is really a foundation for tournaments going forward. For the entire society is good for the youth, because as you can see, we have a lot of trouble nowadays with our youth, especially our males, and that's our role here, to make sure that our males stay on track, and to encourage other males, to inspire other males to come and be a part of the sport that has been so influential and so great for so many other youths at the time, back in the 80s and 90s. For the sport itself, as I mentioned, we have dwindling numbers. This and COVID made it even worse. So we're really looking to put it back on track. These youngsters, because of COVID, some of them never really played on the whole field hockey. This is the first for them. And in the tournament, they started last year, the festival. So it's not a lot of time, but they really put in the work. They really showed a lot of commitment. And we're really looking to put on a good showing April 10th to 18th.
what we're hoping is that this tournament will bring back hockey to Barbados and show hockey for what it really is, a sport that can be enjoyed by the community as well as old and young. We're hoping that that will come back with this tournament, that we can get some young people to see what hockey can do in terms of their wellness, their fitness, you know, and generally the opportunities that can happen through hockey as well. Going overseas, being able to get scholarships. All of these things are available through hockey. Another factor that has contributed to the decline of hockey is also the lack of financing. Hockey has always depended on corporate sponsors injecting not only to teams, but to the National Federation too as well, to help with prize money and running the logistics of the sport throughout the season. As time has gone on, we've seen a decline in that. And with COVID, we've seen a further decline as companies have now really had to watch their pennies as a result of the pandemic and making decisions. We would like, if this tournament as well is able to bring back corporate Barbados to hockey. We know that for this tournament, there are a number of sponsors have been engaged and they have expressed interest in investing in the youth. But again, they too are constrained by the finances at this time. That being said, we are sure that once they see the product that is being put on display, that we will get that back in, and that the social responsibility of most entities will want them to support young kids that they see doing something positive in society, and knowing that, you know, it's overall help to the country that this will be happening. So yeah, money will definitely help in that regard.